Hi you guys, it's me Kiana coming at you again this morning. This is my third video and I'm knocking them out. If you want to see these eye tutorials, then you can see the two videos before this one. My eyes look funny because I have two different looks on my eye, but it was created by the Wet n Wild palettes. One was Lust and one was Greed. So I did one on one eye and one on the other. So they're in two different videos. So just that's just in case you see me looking kind of crazy right now. Anyway, all right, this video is one of which is I would call an educational video. Okay, we're going to be doing some real talk, but it's real talk as far as us as ladies, um, some of the things and some of the opportunities that we have out there that we don't look into. Okay. Um, I'm coming at you guys today because, as many of you know, I own my own business, but I've been doing this, owning my own business for since I was 20 years old, and I'm now in my mid 30s. Um, Sometimes I've closed them down. My last business before this one, I used to own a daycare center, and I closed it down because I had it with my ex-husband, and um, I closed it down because it was with him. So to avoid any um, financial issues and stuff like that, um, you guys know what I'm talking about, alimony and stuff like that. I shut that damn thing down. But anyway, I'm still licensed. I still maintain all of my certifications and things of that nature. So that's great. Also, it was beneficial for me to close it down because I kind of got burnt out. Um, I was one of those ones that dove head first into the situation, and I overwhelmed myself. So um, that's one thing I'm going to tackle, one issue I'm going to tackle so that you can be productive long term. You don't want to, you want to do this as a gradual thing if it's at all possible. You don't want to give 120% the first day that you open the door. You want to work yourself up to the 100% range. Okay? Now, many of you ladies out there are single, but many of my viewers are mothers. So, I'm just going to tell you guys what I actually recommend. First of all, if you're the type of person that you're not making a whole bunch of money at your job, you definitely are a candidate for opening your own business. A lot of people say, well, if I don't make a lot of money at my job, I fear opening my own business because I won't be able to make no money. Well, you gotta look at it like this: you're already not making hardly anything at all. Okay, and when you're working for someone else, in essence, you're living out their dream. Okay, really, if you think about it, it is. Someone had a vision one day to open up a business. Okay, and to have that vision successful, they hire you to maintain their business. So, if you can live out somebody else's dream, ask yourself, why can't you live out your own? Also, if you're making a little bit of money, really, technically, after you take out taxes and things like that, you're making even less. Okay? You mean to tell me you really think that you can't make what you make right now? This is for the people that don't make much money. What you make right now after taxes, do you really think that you can't make that in 8 hours? Think about it. I can even break it down for you. In this state of Maryland, some people make minimum wage. Minimum wage here is like 7.50, I believe. Okay, so 7.50, and you're making approximately what, about 60 something dollars a day. After taxes, you're making less than that. Okay, do you really think in 8 hours you can't make? So if 7.50 without taxes taken out, after taxes 7.50 becomes then about $6. Do you really think you can't make in 60 minutes $6? Ask yourself. Okay, literally, you can sell one item and make $6 in 1 hour. Okay, so if you break it down and look at it like this, you'll see that it's not as fearful as you think. Also, you don't have to, again, dive feet first. You can do this as a gradual thing. You know, you can do this as far as just doing on the weekends or whatever days you actually have off on your regular job. See how that works out for you for a couple of weeks, maybe up to 2 months. And if you're productive, on those 2 days that you have off, and you're making almost what you make for the whole week, then what does that tell you? So I just want women to not be as fearful as they think they need to be, because when you don't make much money and you live paycheck to paycheck, owning your own business almost seems like far-fetched. But it's not as far-fetched as you think, especially if you don't make that much money. Now, if you make good money on your job, you may want to rethink this as far as opening your own business full time. The reason why is because you're giving up so much. But people are more fearful when they make a little bit of money, and if you really sit and think about what I'm saying, you'll see that those are the people that don't make much money, that really should open their own business, because first of all, you're not losing a whole bunch, and you're getting paid so little for your time that you can make that easily. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. So again, just remove as much fear as possible. Be smart with it. Do not dive feet first. Do it as a gradual thing. Do it on your days off. Maybe if you want to try to buy some items and sell them, be smart. You can sell them on not only on YouTube. You can sell them at flea markets. You can sell things at church bazaars. You can all that kind of stuff, because they have to make a revenue too. They meaning whoever's being the host of these flea markets or bazaars or whatever, and they actually get paid from you having a table there. If you're not the type of person that has any salesmanship, and that's not for you, then you want to venture off and maybe look into other things. Now, I was a young mother, not young meaning like in my teens, but in my early 20s when I started my daycare center. And when I first got married, what we did was we aimed low. We made sure that we started a business that had very little overhead, and you want to definitely do that, because overhead is something that can make or break you. Example, with my KNC transportation, rather than us rent out space for dispatching, and maybe I am a dispatcher, which I am one of them, and maybe somebody else, and we all in the office, why do that when we can just get unlimited mobile time on a separate phone, and then I can do it wherever I'm at, and in the midst of taking care of little Chuck, and in the midst of me cooking, in the midst of me doing YouTube videos, I could be doing also dispatching for my own business, setting up trips and stuff like that. Now, look at the difference of overhead. Commercial space is anywhere between $10 and $20 per square feet, versus and usually the footage is probably about 500 for a small commercial space, between 500 and 700 square feet. You can do the math. Okay, so you're going to be spending anywhere between $700 and $1,400 just for that small square footage. Versus I can get $50 unlimited plan on a cell phone that's separate than any other cell phones or home phones that we have, and I can make the same amount off of that dispatching, but I'm kicking out a whole bunch less. And when I say a whole bunch less, I'm kicking out literally about minimum $650, less a month. So you'll see that if you just think of little angles and little ways that you can be more productive, save a little bit more money, stretch your dollar a little bit more, you'll see that your business will have less chances of failing. Another example is, make sure you buy car magnets for whatever business that you start, because in essence it's free advertising. People are going to see you anywhere and everywhere you go. People do definitely read your signs, especially if you make them attractive. One of our vans is like a baby blue, and we made sure we bought white and baby blue signs. And we also have one of the things that we have, and another angle that we have, is most transportation companies don't have, actually no transportation company in Maryland has TVs in it. So what I did was I made sure I placed TVs throughout the whole 15-passenger van. So it's a total of 6 TVs, and every row can view a different movie. They have headphones attached to it. You can view different movies. We have a whole huge container of movies that people can choose from. So it's just another angle. And we made sure we advertised that in one of our signs as well, that we have 6 TVs and DVD players inside. We have satellite TV, satellite radio. These are things that you want to incorporate into your business to make it A, unique, B, it makes it stand out, and C, it's just it tackles and it targets a certain demographic. It tackles and targets certain age groups too, because we don't want to just do trips for, and we do these, but we don't want to do trips for nursing homes and older women going to casinos and things like that. We want to also do party pickups, because we pick up people, they'll hire us, and they may be having a birthday party at a club, and they'll hire us to pick up several people throughout the whole city, and then everybody is, inside the van, and we make several trips during the night. So we made sure that we were able to target several different age groups. We also do daycare trips. A lot of daycares, especially small daycares, don't have their own vans. Now, large daycares do, but small ones do not. So what we do is we make sure we have children's movies aboard, sing-alongs and all that kind of stuff, CDs. Make sure you have car seats, which you can get from your local thrift store. And we make sure that we have all those things and goodie bags and things like that for the kids when daycares hire us. And they may go to the pumpkin patch, or they may go see Santa and things like that. So again, you just want to try to have different angles for your business, whichever business that is. If you're selling items at a flea market, well, make sure you buy a nice cloth, tablecloth. The reason why, and make sure it's a skirted one, because it just looks tacky for you to have just a plain wood or plastic table, and then it doesn't display and make your items stand out. So you want to make sure that you have something different than the next person next to you. So invest like $10 or $15 into a nice cloth table skirt. Black usually makes everything stand out. And maybe put a little vase with some flowers, and then display your items around the vase, or have a board with some items attached to it. And that just makes, again, you stand out a little different. It draws people eye towards you. Make sure if you're selling anything, make sure you're extremely fly from head to toe. The reason why, especially my full figure divas, is because we already draw attention. So if you're already fly, you're going to draw even more attention. And in essence, it's free advertising. And you're making people come towards you. They often drift towards you just simply because of how you look. Then once they come over, you grab them and you grab their attention. Once you've already done that, when they come over, you grab them by showing your items, making sure you have a great price for them, and sometimes even incorporate into your own outfit or your own makeup or whatever your item is that you're selling. Make sure you incorporate that into whatever you have on that day. So I'm just giving you some pointers on how you can start a business, lose some of that fear, ladies, that you have. It's important for us, even when we're well taken care of with our men. You may don't have to work, because I don't have to, but I make sure that I have something planned just in case. It's important for all women, and some of you may disagree, but it's important because I have been divorced before. It's important for you to have a plan B regardless, because that plan B does not come into contact or come into play just because he may leave you. It may come into contact, unfortunately, because he may pass, or maybe something happens where he can't no longer work. What do you do then? Well, if you always have a plan B, and you always have something stable that you can always take care of your kids with, then that makes you feel secure. It makes you more independent, and it also makes you grow from that. So I hope I've been somewhat helpful. I will be doing another video specifically of how you can open up a daycare center, because it's very helpful. It's very good to get into that for ladies that have small children, if you want to raise your children at home, but yet you want a good income. Daycare is a billion-dollar business, trust me. And I made good money with my daycare center. So I'll be doing a video on that. I hope you ladies will be helpful, because it's a lot of money out there, ladies. I don't want to hold any information from you guys. I want you to grow just like I grow or grew. So I love you all. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Be blessed.